Hello and welcome back to the Dungeons & Dragons Podcast UK. My name is Yazmin and I will be the DM.
Hi, my name's Colin and I play Cuin de Greymont, a Paladin from Gavany.
Hi, I'm Spencer. I play Cadeau Chasseur, a cleric also from Gavany.
Hi, I'm Brian and I play Ogvar Surefort, a ranger from Kessig.
Hi, my name is Samantha and I play Elora Greyvale, a sorcerer from Nephalia. Top of the order. This week the whole crew would like to extend our sincere thanks to Owen Baker for generously supporting us on our Buy Me a Coffee page. Not only will you help the production of this podcast, but also as the donation was twice matched for charity, the extra will help to go and support some of the many displaced Ukrainian families. Owen Baker, you are a legend. If there are any others of you out there that feel that you can also take time to help out the podcast by sparing a few pennies to support, then it would be most appreciated. The pod takes genuine time and effort to produce. You can find a link to our Buy Me a Coffee page in the bio of any of our episodes. Thank you. In episode 33, the friends find themselves plunged into darkness of the seemingly magical variety. What will they do next? Episode 34. Things that go bump in the dark.
I'm going to turn to Murdoch, who I assume is still on my shoulder, hopefully. Well, good to hear somebody else.
You heard him. Oh.
Does his dark vision work? Can I ask him if he can see anything? Murdoch, can you see anything?
No.
I'm going to, Orland.
Yeah.
Have you come across anything like this? This appears to be magical darkness. Are you aware of this? Can you see this?
No, I can't see anything. I don't have eyes, do I?
Well, I know, but do you sense anything?
No, I'm back. I can't sense nothing.
Okay. I'm now gonna... Can I get any readings at all from my familiar?
Nope.
So,
Okay.
can I just get this right? Right, we've all now in a whatever,
Yeah.
totally pitch black.
Yeah.
We cannot see, hear,
Correct.
or feel anything around us
You can feel.
apart from the floor. No, because
you can't
I've
feel
been
sides.
walking. Because I
No,
got
but
up.
you can feel what's on your person because you've just
Oh
lit a
yeah,
lamp.
but I mean I can't feel any walls.
You can't feel anything around you.
I can't feel anything around
We're
me.
in
Because I
supposedly
got up
never ending
here
space.
to the right of the door, so there should be a wall. And I did a complete circle. with my
Right.
arm, and
Right. Fuck this shit. Right. Elora is taking her crossbow, which has a she's going to put a thunderbolt arrow.
Oh, shit, you don't know where any of the rest of us are.
No, I don't.
Right.
Oh.
After
He
we've
is
all
looking
been...
very smug.
I'd just like to point out at this stage that I'm slightly scared having gone into the complete darkness. So I'm going to kneel in prayer. Hopefully a slightly smaller target. So I'm knelt in prayer with my holy symbol.
Okay. And as you all... I mean...
No, obviously I'm
Cumin-
not doing that. We've moved
No,
on
you're
from
not.
that
You're
now.
not doing
Okay,
that.
Right, I'm not doing that. We'll cancel that one then.
Cumin, Esther and Galil have been in this place,
Void.
this void, for longer than anyone else. And Cumin has obviously stopped to take a lunch break. Galil's still kind of crawling around on the floor. Esther is going, oh bother. And the three of you who've just arrived, you can't see anything, you can't hear anything, you can't feel anything around you. You are left there for what may seem like an eternity. You know in reality it probably isn't that long, but the lack of any kind of light or anything around you makes you feel like you've been stood in this nothingness for an age. Until an aching pressure starts building behind your eyelids and in your ears, forcing you to close your eyes.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Close my eyes then.
And you all feel this kind of building...
all.
Yeah, you all feel this building pressure to the point of pain behind your eyes, in your ears, in your head. And this pressure,
Oh, good.
this pressure continues until it suddenly releases.
Oh, God, that's better. That was really unpleasant.
And when you all open your eyes, you're all in various poses. So you're kneeling, Caddo. Gallo, you're still on all fours. The rest of you stood up.
I'm eating a sandwich.
You're eating your sandwich, yep. You're all stood as you were in this void, in the centre of a cavernous room.
Can we see
Oh,
each
so we
other?
can now see.
You can now see each other.
Oh, there you all are. Good to see you all again.
I can explain the all fours thing.
You can see each other's lips moving, but you can't hear each other.
I'm just going to wave.
Wave.
I'm going to wave.
Ogvar's just going to make lots of noise. Ah!
I'm going to hold up my sandwich and go, okay, I'll shove part in my mouth and I go, oh well, and shovel in my mouth and finish my sarnie.
Is it lit, this cavernous room?
Everyone
If we
make
can
a
see each
spot
other.
check.
Can we hear ourselves?
No,
So you can't even hear that you're making noise.
you can't even hear anything.
Ooh.
I got 4.
19.
We're doing spot checks, are we?
Yeah. 17 all in from Elora.
20 all in for Ogvar.
19.
Oh,
No.
what do you add? Spot check.
Spot check.
Sorry, yeah, I've not added my...
Oh
Oh,
yeah. Spot is
that's 22.
22.
I've had nothing in the middle today. I've been down at 3 or 4 or
And I've got-
19 or 20.
got
That's the
4.
only options.
I think my visor's fallen down again.
You're too busy eating your cheese sandwich.
Okay.
Anybody over a 12, which is everyone apart from Cuin, you can see that the area you are in, it is circular. It is about the same size as a floor of the lighthouse, but you cannot see past the edges of this room. You are where you are stood. It's like in a sunken pit almost. You're 5 foot sunken down, and all around the edges of this circular area you can see stairs leading up to the very edge, but you can't see any further than that.
So there's several sets of stairs. You say
No,
stairs
this
all
entire
around.
area is all about stairs all around. It's like
a
steps
circle.
leading
Oh,
down.
so it's like a spiral of stairs around
No,
it.
it's not
It's almost like we're
spiral.
inside,
It's like an
inside an empty
amphitheatre.
swimming pool. And it's got steps all the way around the swimming pool.
Yeah, but think of an
Like a
amphitheatre.
jacuzzi.
The steps come
Amphitheatre.
down.
That's a
Oh,
better
into the
analogy.
centre.
Well done.
Oh, I
The
see.
cen- the
Amphitheatre.
centre.
Right. Okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. I see.
It's all around the edge of this.
Much better
There are
analogy, well done.
stairs leading down to this 5 foot dip, and there aren't many stairs. There's 1 or 2, but they all lead down to this central area you're stood in. This central area you're stood in is about the same size as the floor of the lighthouse. As you try to look past the edges of this room, they are disguised. The edges. They are disguised by thick shadows that hang like ink clouds. The more you try to peer into the depths, the less you can actually see. And you're not sure whether it's your mind playing tricks on you, but the more you look, the harder you look, the more you strain to peer into this kind of void around the edges of this room. You are convinced you can see movement in the darkness. And out of your peripheral vision, you could swear that you could see fiery eyes gazing down at you. But when you turn your head to track them, there's nothing there but more darkness.
I don't like this.
I'm going to. Have I got my greatsword drawn? Can't remember if I did or
You
not.
haven't said you are.
No, you didn't draw it because you were
Oh,
on all
right.
fours.
I'm going to get back up
Yep.
and draw my sword.
Yep,
and
okay.
just be on edge.
I don't think I'll draw anything quite yet. I'll just stand there,
Okay.
minding my own business with my shield.
I'm eating my sarnie.
And as you all kind of right yourselves and you've kind of recentered yourselves and you're all looking around going, what is going on? Like this, you've never seen anything like this before. The area you're stood in is perfectly lit. You can see it as if it was lit, even though there's no light source. But the air past this, past these steps, you can't see anything.
Can we see the hatch that we came up through?
There is no hatch.
No,
No, it's a magical
we've been
dimension.
transported somewhere.
It's like it's a different dimension, portal, whatever.
As
Well,
you,
I'm not sure we've moved to a different plane. It doesn't feel like we've changed planes. It just feels like we've been moved.
as you all right yourselves, your ears pop. And with that sudden pop and release, you can hear again.
Oh!
And you can suddenly hear what sounds like an eldritch chanting from all around you. These unseen figures chanting in tongues. Sounding like, they sound guttural and raspy, like scales sliding over stone. It's that kind of kind of white noise chanting.
This doesn't sound particularly favourable.
And it is echoing around you.
Elora's just going to shout out, "Who are you? Why are we here?"
I'm Cado, you've known me for ages.
No, not you. Who are you? You out there, what are you doing?
You get no response.
You're going to walk towards the edge. You're going to just walk towards the edge of where the sides rise up. Can I actually approach the stairs?
Yeah, you start walking towards the edge.
Ogvar's just going to draw his bow and just be ready in case anything jumps out at Elora.
I'm gonna finish my sandwich now. So, right, I suppose I'll very carefully walk up the stairs to see if there's anything there.
As both Cuin and Elora start approaching the stairs, simultaneously all of you experience a shiver travel up your spines.
Yeah.
Oh, this is very strange. What's going on?
Esther, have you experienced anything like this before? This is starting to get very strange.
Esther looks pale as a sheet. She goes, "No, but I have the feeling that this isn't anything good."
Oh, what gave that away?
As she says that, you can hear a soft, sibilant voice above the chanting. A man appears at the edge of these steps, stood above you. His skin looks papery thin and white to the point of translucency. Even from this distance, you can make out a lattice work of blue veins crisscrossing over his exposed arms, face and neck. He's clad in a dark, deep black cloak, almost so dark it almost blends with these shadows, accompanied by black, almost midnight blue armour, which doesn't seem to reflect this kind of light in this lit area. It almost seems to suck it in and absorb the light.
It's the Emperor.
A scarlet sash hangs around his waist and appears to be the only sort of colour about his person. He's completely bald, and atop his head sits almost this ornate headpiece, crafted from what appears to be bone. And small trinkets hang from bits of horn and outcroppings of bone, like macabre dream catchers. While his physique looks quite muscular, he's in this armour, he looks quite big, and it looks like he's got quite a muscular physique. His face severely contrasts this image. He's got sunken-in cheeks to match with sunken-in eyes, from which eye sockets from which pitch black eyes stare out. And on his face, a dull kind of red, very dark red paint of a sort stretches across like it's been streaked downwards by fingers and it's dripped downwards. And on his chest, in the very centre of his armour, crudely painted in what looks like a thick white paste, is a symbol of Skurstag.
Oh, God.
Somebody's overdone the outfit.
Don't suppose you're the lighthouse keeper, are you?
It might be the new one.
Maybe so.
I'm going to turn to Ogvar. I'm actually backing off from the steps at this point because obviously now the pennies are starting to, the copper pieces are starting to fall into place. So, who's with me? Is it Ogvar and
I'm
Cuin
stood
with me?
further
Not
back.
Ogvar.
Yep.
What's sort of the size of the circular bit we stood in?
About 50 foot in diameter, same size as the lighthouse was.
And he's coming down towards us.
Is there anything on the floor?
He's just stood there looking at you.
At the top of the
Is there
steps.
anything on the floor?
There is nothing on the floor. It is made out of what looks like solid marble of some kind.
I'm guessing he's anemic with his pale complexion.
Okay, I'm going to kneel down, take out my holy symbol, and cast Consecrate. So concentrate is my second level spell. It fills an area of 25 foot plus 5 foot, which is going to be another 20 foot, so 45 foot circle
Yep.
of positive energy.
Okay.
That gives all turny type people +3 on their turning,
Okay.
and all undead suffer -1 on all rolls.
Okay.
So we get
Because he doesn't look like he's healthy.
As you cast Concentrate on this area, he chuckles softly and goes, "Well, priest, that isn't going to do anything here."
I'm gonna go run up to him and have a pop at him.
Okay.
At this same moment, Elora is backing off. She's backing off to face the others, but remains facing the dude so that she can see him at all times. Right the way back.
All the way back. to
Yeah,
one of these
right
ones,
the way back.
Where are you going, matey?
I'm going straight for him.
Oh crap.
Okay. You attempt to run up towards him to make a strike. His left hand comes up and he makes this flicking motion with his fingers. You are thrown backwards over the heads of the rest of the group, crashing into the wooden stairing at the back of this amphitheatre type area. He goes, "Hush, hush, children. I haven't finished speaking yet."
What do you want?
Well, you see, you have become somewhat of a thorn in our sides, and unfortunately I cannot have that. I have work that must be done, and as long as you continue to hamper our plans, you will be an enemy of the Skir Stack.
Well, of course. So, what do you want? You're still not sated.
Well, I'd rather think that I should kill you here.
Oh, okay.
After all, you are the last hope of the church, are you not?
Oh, I wouldn't say that.
Well, with the Archangel herself locked in the Hell Vault,
Oh, well,
What
that's let the cat out the bag.
what else can your church do?
Oh, well, there's more people than me.
Yes, but you carry the key.
Carry the key.
What do you want about?
The Strionic Resonator.
A what?
Do not play dumb with me, sorcerer.
I'm not playing dumb with you. I don't know what you were talking about.
Pitiful.
And I'm not acting.
I can see that. You're not exactly the brightest, are you?
No, never pretended to be.
Nevertheless, I cannot allow you to leave.
Okay, while this conversation's going on, I think it might be time for out crossbow.
Okay?
I'm not doing anything with it, I'm just out crossbow.
He laughs, he chuckles, and this chanting around the room, you can still hear this chanting, but it's kind of faded out at this point. It's almost like it's been muffled. And he says, "Well, we shall see. The Archangel will never be released without the notes." And he turns away, and as he turns away, his right hand comes up again, and it flicks out. And almost like it's coming from within his sleeve, like a conjurer's trick, a black object comes flying through the air, landing in the middle of this area. And as it flies through the air, it grows in size, twisting, writhing over itself, until...
Well, it can't be
I think the
undead.
rubble was big enough.
The good news is it can't be undead. Whatever it is.
It's a big snake.
a massive constrictor lands heavily on the floor, coiling and writhing over itself, hissing and spitting. He laughs and he goes, "I will be back to collect the notes later. Have fun." And he disappears. Almost he melts back into the shadows, and chanting stops.
I don't like
It
him.
fades out. And everyone can roll me initiative. He said that with such enthusiasm.
Can I now claim advantage? Oh no.
No.
20.
Oh!
I got a natural 20.
Ooh! Mine's 20 with added.
It can only get worse from here.
You staying over there, because every time you come over...
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
We've done alright there, I got a 15.
6.
Oh, well, there's got to be one, isn't
Well,
there?
we know who's going last then.
Right, okay. So, this snake comes slithering into the middle of the room. It is a jet black with this kind of blue pearlescent, like deep navy blue pearlescent sheen across its scales. Its jaws open wide with a hiss, and you see spittle and venom flick out in front of it. And it's got this kind of look in its eyes, and it's got this nasty, cruel gaze which it stares at you. And combat begins. First up is Elora.
So it has got fangs, as best we can
It's
tell.
got two very prominent fangs.
Right, Elora is going to start by... I'm stood there, Right. Elora is going to throw a Scorching Ray.
Okay, roll to hit.
Okay. That's 17 plus 2, that's a 19 all in.
Okay, 19 all in. Hits.
Thank God for that.
Roll damage.
Roll damage.
Certainly if it didn't.
1 or more rays. You may fire 1 ray plus 1 additional ray for every 4 levels beyond third. Right, okay, so 4d6. That's 13 points of damage.
Okay, 13 points of damage, yeah. You release this blast of fire and it strikes the snake. However, the scales of the hide seem to really kind of thick and tough, almost like it's ever so slightly magic repellent in a sense. You get this kind of shimmer as the flames hit the scales, and it just bounces off. But you can see it's done some kind of impact, some heat damage. Okay, so next up we have the snake. Snake is going to attempt to bite Ogvar with a 18 to hit.
18 hits.
Okay, so you take 8 points of damage and make me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Constitution saving throw.
Keep on to the poison.
Yep. Saving throws. So that's going to be a fortitude save then.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry.
21.
Yep. Okay, you're good.
Well done.
Yay!
The snake kind of coils back, hissing and spitting, and it swings around and it takes a swipe at you, and you kind of get caught by one of the fangs in your arm, in your upper left arm.
Mhm.
However, it's not a major amount of damage. But it's still, you still get pierced by this fang, and you feel a kind of burn as the fang pierces into your skin. Okay, next up we have Cuin.
Okay, well I'm going to give it Smite Evil. I'm going to
Okay.
go over with my Morning Star.
Yeah. So you're moving up, yeah?
Yeah. 23.
23 to hit.
Yeah.
Hits. Roll damage.
Okay, so that's 14
14 points of damage.
points of damage.
Excellent.
7 plus
Nice.
2 plus 5, 1 for each. 1
Yeah.
point plus 1 for each.
Yeah.
And that I can't use that again today.
Nice. So yeah, this snake, which has got its head coiled towards Ogvar, you come charging in, Cuin, and you just bring your Morning Star down on its is it its back, its neck? What do snakes have?
Spine.
Spine,
Yeah.
body. You bring it down onto its body.
Behind its head.
You hit the noodle, and although you kind of get this kind of tung as your Morning Star hits its scales. It's kind of metallic ringing sound almost, and you see that a couple of the scales have cracked and they start to crumble down, revealing kind of like this black kind of skin layer underneath. And you see a bit of blood, but this blood almost looks kind of black in itself.
It's oozing.
Yeah, it's kind of like it's more viscous than you'd expect blood to be. It doesn't flow freely. Next up we have Caddo.
I think I'm going to have a couple of cracks at it with my crossbow.
Okay.
Am I? Yeah, I've got a line of sight,
Yeah,
haven't I?
yeah.
Yeah, you've got line of sight.
Brilliant. All right then.
Okay.
Yeah, because I can rapidly reload, can't I? And
Yeah, roll to hit.
fire twice. Oh, that's a nat 20.
Wow.
Start scroll.
So I roll again to hit to go down size.
Is that because of the exchange? You exchange your movement action for that?
Yeah. Well, yeah. So this is first attack. So just
Yeah. Okay. I'll say right now, I made a mistake with that one. it's only the movement. You can have 2 rounds of movement, not 2 attacks.
All right, so I just get
That's
one
my
attack.
mistake, I'm
That's
sorry.
right. That's all right. So still, it's a nat 20. So,
Yeah, so
roll
nat
again
20.
to see if it's critical.
Yeah, roll to confirm critical.
13 plus 4, 17.
Doesn't confirm critical.
Oh!
Sorry. Okay, so anyway, it hits anyway, so roll your
So
damage.
it's 1d8 plus.
So close.
5.
5 points of damage. Okay.
That's 5. That's another one.
So,
Getting my head back round to 3.5e rules.
okay. So next up we have Esther. Esther is going to move in herself. She is going to attempt to attack with her longsword.
Come on, Esther.
6. She misses on the first one.
Ooh.
And with a 22, she hits on the second one. And she does d8 plus 4. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so she deals 8 points of damage to the snake. She comes in, and with her first strike, she kind of slides. She gets the angle wrong, and her sword just kind of slides off the scales. The second strike, she comes in, she kind of comes up the other way, so the opposite way to the scales run, and she manages to wedge her sword underneath and deal a bit of a blow underneath. Next up is Ogvar.
Okay, so now Esther and Cuin are well entangled with the snake. Ogvar's going to take this opportunity to move back a little bit.
Yeah, 5 foot step.
I'm not engaged with it at the moment, so I can take
You
more.
are engaged with
Yeah,
it.
bit you.
Oh.
Am I?
Yeah, it's just attacked you. You're within its
Okay, alright.
5 foot threat range.
Okay, 5 foot step back then, out of the way.
Yeah.
Still keeping line of sight.
Okay.
And I can take a shot with my bow
Yeah.
from here. Okay. I can't use rapid shocks, that's a full round action. But I can use point blank shot.
You could use rapid shot. Yep.
Although I've already taken 5
5
foot
foot step is a
free
free
action.
movement.
Okay, cool. Will that stack with point blank shot as well?
Yep.
Okay, I will do that then. So, point blank shot gives me a +1 to hit.
Yep.
And +1 to damage, and rapid shot makes a -2 to hit. So it's going to be a -1 to hit and a +1 to damage.
Yeah.
General. Okay.
Yep. Perfect.
I will do that then.
Okay, roll to hit.
That one.
Be still, my beating heart.
She nicked your dice.
It's the tray. I'm using her tray.
Oh, no.
Good news is none of us are in the line of it.
The DM's gone very quiet.
Elora's going to go, oh, wow.
Another thing when I let go and my bow's flying off instead of my arrow.
Let go of the wrong end.
You hit him with your bow, doing 100 points of damage.
You forget you haven't got an axe. You're just like woof with the bow. No. Cumin, make me a reflex saving throw, please.
Oh dear.
Oh.
5 plus 4 is 19, plus 1 on saving throws, that's 20.
Yeah, okay, you're good. As you release this arrow, and this snake is a coiling mass. You can hear the sound of its scales sliding up each other, and you fire your arrow, and it is just really bad timing. Your arrow goes straight through, and as it's coiling, it kind of coils round the arrow. It then hits kind of at the tail area, and it then ricochets off towards Cuin. Cuin, you are fast enough to kind of register this ding of kind of like metallic sound, and just kind of woof, dodge out of the way as this arrow comes sliding past your ear.
What? Hold on there. It's we're attacking that one, not me.
You can get some earrings when we get into town.
Sorry, Cuin. I'm guilty there. Sorry.
Okay, next up is Elora.
Right, Elora is going to go with another Scorching Ray.
Okay. Roll to hit.
That's a 19 plus 2.
Hits.
That's, 21. Hits. Yeah. Right, roll for damage.
Roll your damage.
4d6. Come on, baby. That's 12. Oh, 16. All fours. 16
nice.
points of damage.
Okay. You once again, you kind of raise your hand up in this bolt of scorching heat. Is it 4 bolts?
No, it's
Single
just
bolt.
a single. It's a ray of.
Yeah.
It's a ray.
This ray of scorching heat strikes into the snake, and again you get this kind of almost a sense of it's not dealing the full amount of damage it possibly could. There's a slight resistance there, but you kind of get this kind of, where you look where the bolts hit, you can almost see the scales have kind of heated up to a slight cherry red glow to them, and they're kind of fading away now, but it's definitely done some damage. You can hear a kind of sizzling sound, and the snake rears back, mouth open, and spitting venom. Next up we have the snake. Snake having been hit by...
Elora's just gonna shout, "Oh, there's some more damage to him there. Aim for that spot."
The snake having been hit by several of you is going to target straight ahead at Cuin.
Oh, I thought you were going to say decides to give up.
Not a chance.
Wee wee.
With a 21 to hit you,
Yeah.
Cuin. Yeah? Okay, so it deals...
No option of offering it a cup of tea and a peaceful chat then.
Not a chance.
We've got no biscuits.
No biscuits.
Do 8 points of damage and make me a Constitution saving throw, please. So a fortitude save.
What do you think the snake would do if one of us started making a pot of coffee?
15.
15. Yep, okay, cool. Okay, so that is... It's a turn. So next up we have Cuin.
Okay. I'm going to have to ask you a question. I had one thing given to me, Rapid Assault, but it's BOGS.
Book of the Nine Swords. That is only...
I don't know how many times I can use it, or it's a constant, because it's a feat.
Does it have a page number on it?
32.
32.
While we find the book, can I ask a quick question so I understand
Yeah.
it? Just because if I choose to grapple something,
Yes.
so can I literally just run up to it and try and hug it? Is that how it works, basically?
You kill it
use
with
a
kindness.
grapple, yeah, you use a grapple check to try and grab something or to try and climb on an unfriendly creature.
And is that an opposed check? So I'd roll something and you'd roll something.
Yes,
and
It's usually an
Opposed,
opposed
yeah.
grapple check, and I would imagine the grapple on that is immense.
but
Right.
it's whether or not it
Out
wants
of
to.
character, of
It's whether
course.
it want to stop me from grappling it, I suppose. But it's not a constrictor, so.
I bet it does constrict.
Well,
It's a
it
snake.
won't constrict.
Okay. Rapid assault.
I can't.
I'm not. The thing is, I can't kind of watch over all your sheets, so you're going to have to remember this one. But it deals an extra d6 of damage in the first round of melee combat.
Okay. So I can't use it.
So in
Okay,
the
that's one to
first round,
remember.
if you do a melee attack, you get an extra d6 of damage.
Okay.
Is that always? Just
Yeah.
Is that a constant?
Yeah.
So every time you attack in the first
Oh,
round, you get an extra
dickhead.
d6. That's worth remembering, isn't it?
Yeah, that is. Yeah.
That would have been handy, like for the last 6 or 7 encounters.
I know, but yeah.
The thing is, if you've got something on your sheet, you're going to have to remember it. And if you don't remember to use it, and you think, oh no, I've got it later.
If only we were playing, 5e where it's just the 2 sheets.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
So I'm gonna give it a smack.
Yep.
Come on,
With
you've
your
got
hand,
this.
you're going to spank it.
Come on.
Ooh,
Nat
kicking.
20,
Oh!
and on a morning start, that's double critical.
Yep. So roll to confirm critical.
Go on.
Come on, you got this.
Come on.
That's 19 plus 8.
Yeah, that's got to be good.
He's gone critical.
Oh, cool.
Okay. So
Right.
roll your damage and double it.
Start thinking about your description of the death of this.
So that's 4 plus 2 is 6, double 12.
Yep. You double the modifier.
No, modifiers
No.
don't get. It's just
Oh, so
straight
that's 10.
damage.
Yeah. So 10 points damage. Okay. A little less impressive than was promised, but okay.
Oh, say that! Oh, what? Hey!
Nice shot, Kieran.
You kind of bring your morning star down, and you as the snake's coiling and is continuously moving, you can kind of see the opportunity where these scales, they're kind of almost just cooling down back to black, but you can just about make out that this is where Laura's hit it before. And you hit the scales here, and you don't get this metallic ring the same as you did before, but you do kind of get the snake, and it roars and hisses in pain. Okay, so next up, Caddo.
How are we doing against this thing? We're doing all right, aren't we, actually?
Just keep shooting.
Yeah, we don't need to do anything overly adventurous. I don't think we need to be overly adventurous with it. I'm going to fire another crossbow bolt at
Okay,
it.
roll to hit.
Ooh. 11. That's not going to do me a lot of good, is
11
it?
doesn't hit, no. Your kind of crossbow goes straight through the massive coils, just not touching anything. Anything else you'd like to do?
Yeah, can I just move a little bit sideways? Can you just move me so that, yeah perfect, yeah, just so that we're... Thank
Yep,
you
so
very
you're
much,
kind of moving
Elora.
towards the edge of the room, kind of 10 foot
Yeah,
away.
just so that if anybody moves near me, I keep my line of sight.
Okay, Ogvar, you will now have flanking.
Ace.
Oh,
Okay,
yes.
so
Oh, that'd help.
Esther up next. Esther's going to attack once again with a
Try and surround the bugger.
20.
Wait,
She hits, and with her second attack with a natural 20. Another nat.
2 nat 20s!
Go on, Esther.
Go, Esther!
Right, okay.
Esther's
so,
gone orgasmic. Come on.
her first round of attacks deals 8 points of damage, and then the second one deals 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 points of damage, so she deals 26 points of damage in total.
Oh, come on, it's got to be a sickly snake now.
16, 3, 9. There we go. I can do maths, I promise.
Oh, nice one, Esther!
Yeah, she deals an absolutely massive blow. Her first strike cuts a decent chunk of its its underbelly, where this kind of slightly more blue-hued scales are. The second strike comes back down, almost round the curve of its jaw, and it deals a large gash. And you again get this kind of viscous, black, dripping blood or kind of fluid flowing out of the cut, and you get this kind of plap on the floor as it strikes the floor. It reels back, it hisses in pain. And next up we have Ogvar.
Okay, so Ogvar is going to move to the outside of the room. That
Yep.
way. Will he still stay in flanking, being there?
Yeah, you're definitely flanking there, yeah.
Good. What does flanking do?
You get a +2 to your attack roll.
Yeah.
Ooh. So that makes me from a -1 to a +1.
Yep. And if you're a rogue, you get sneak attack damage, but you're not, so you don't.
You know, that.
I know all about that now. Okay, so I will combine the rapid shot and the
Point
blank shot. Yep.
Yep. Roll to hit.
Another nat 1.
Somebody give him a different box.
Yeah. We're going to use my dice tray now.
If my dice
My
roll
dice
shit,
tray.
if my dice roll shit in that now, I'm never going to forgive you.
What happens if you put one in the other? Does that cancel them HL?
You get like a cake tier thing.
Yeah.
She can roll on the bottom, you can roll on the top. Okay. What should we do with a nat 1?
What should we do with a natural one? And what should we do with a natural one?
Okay, Caddo, reflex saving throw, please.
He's trying to shoot us all. Ogvar, you're going to have to do better.
Reflex.
Sorry, forgot where I was for a moment.
Oh, thank you. 20 all in.
20 all in, you're good. Again, the same thing happens as it's coiling round. You seem to be able to pinpoint the exact point where the snake isn't. And this shot goes through, once again, pings off its tail with the ding! And this time it's Caddo who's like, ah!
Ogvar, sort yourself out.
Sorry there.
What's it, Ogvar? God, you know, try and hit it, not us.
I read a book about natural fails.
Next up is Elora.
I think Ogvar might eat his sandwiches at this point.
I'm called Tatiana.
Elora says, do you want to sit down with a bucket and a ball? Right.
I might be doing more damage with the ball, in fact.
Elora is she's had success with her Scorching Ray, so she's literally going to throw another Scorching Ray at this thing.
Roll
She's going to
hit.
have a go. That's an 18 plus 2, which is a 20. Oh my goodness.
That must work.
My dice.
Roll your damage.
Roll my damage. Right. 4d6. Yet again. I'm liking
You
it.
might as well leave those 4d6 out.
Okay. That's a good this time. 5, 6, 7. That's 8 points of damage total.
8 points of damage. Okay. Right. So, with this Scorching Ray, you once again, it strikes well, it strikes true, and you kind of get this almost heating effect again, but it's almost like your kind of magic is having a stronger effect now, and it heats the scales to almost like a kind of white hot this time. The snake roars back and it hisses in pain, and it's writhing round. And as it's writhing, you're kind of getting all this like strobe effect, is like you're getting black and then cherry and then black and cherry and white as this kind of snake is crossing over itself, and you're getting flashes of this heated spot on its skin, on its hide. At this point, it's looking in a really bad way. It's got cracked scales, it's got kind of viscous blood dripping down onto the floor, it's hissing, spitting, there's a large gash under its chin which is continuously trickling down. It's not looking good at all.
Take that, you skursdag. Can't think of an S.
Snake.
Salamander.
That's easy for you to say.
Skursdag Scalamander.
snake.
Scalamander. Can't say it. Take that.
Come on, spit it out.
Take 30. Take that, you Skursdag salamander.
There it is.
Right, okay, we've got that out of the way. Snakey's up next. He's going to move as close to Elora as he can.
Oh,
So,
okay.
Brian, can you move him close to Elora?
Well, I think you've just made him angry.
Oh, shit.
And he doesn't move out of anyone's threat range. Okay, so this time he's going to attack Elora. You've done some quite nasty damage on you. He's not happy.
Somebody's upset the snake. Sorry, what was it? Scar. No, I can't say either.
20 to hit.
No, not at all.
Wildly
Make
missing.
me a fortitude save.
Oh, God. Fort. That's 16 all in.
Okay, cool. You take 9 points of damage.
Oh, right.
The snake, with this kind of still cooling hot spot on its body, slithers forward and it stretches and it attacks you, Elora. It sinks its fangs into your leg this time, and you kind of feel this kind of burning sensation in your leg.
Ow!
And it's not pleasant at all, and it rears back, pulling its fangs out, and you kind of get this kind of like almost like a squirt of venom out of its big.
Somebody finish this thing!
And next up we have Cumin.
How far away from him am I now?
22.
22 hits.
About 5 foot.
Roll your
somewhat
damage.
next to it. Okay.
7.
7 points of damage. Okay, that's a nice one.
Take that!
Once again, you kind of get this cracking hit in where you get this kind of ting and a cracking of scales. Caddo, you're up next. You're within 5 feet of it now. You are.
Does that mean I could grapple it if I wanted to?
Yeah.
This is going to go badly.
Let's have some fun.
Describe it as fun.
Could be fun for the rest of us.
I'm going to cast a spell, Ballon Nimbus.
Oh.
Okay. What does that do?
It turns my body into flame. So my body becomes a flaming body.
Oh.
Okay, that's very flash.
And then I'm going to try and grapple the snake. If I'm successful, I do 6d6 damage with the flame.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Roll to.
And the party goes quiet.
Roll to grapple.
Hang on. Let's just check how long the spell lasts. Do I going to get more than one go at this? It's gonna last 1 round per level, so I'm gonna get 4 goes at this.
Okay.
Okay then, let's try once.
Okay. So roll for your grapple.
You have a grapple.
Yeah. 14.
Was that a crapple rather than a grapple?
I think it probably is 14.
14. Yeah. No. 14 doesn't hit. You try to grab it, and it's a slippery snake.
Okay.
But you are now on fire.
Yeah. It does no damage to me, fortunately.
Do we need to worry about that?
Ooh!
Are you meant to be doing that?
Yeah. So hang on, I better explain it to you all. So I'll read out what it
Would
it
we
does.
know what it does?
I mean,
No,
you
we
probably
wouldn't.
know
No,
what
we
it
wouldn't
does.
because
No.
we've not known you very long. So
Okay.
we wouldn't
Well,
know
I'll tell you what I look like then. So
Scary.
yes. So
a burning effigy of
I
the
look
man.
like the legendary Balor. My body bursts into lurid flame.
Oh, spontaneous combustion.
Oh, you're right there. Dear me.
Do we leave that machine on downstairs? Has it gone off again?
Hey, you're all right, guys. It's deliberate.
Okay, Esther's up next. She's got flanking now. She's going to attack.
Oh!
Okay. With a natural 1 on her first attack,
Hey, join the party!
she goes to strike, and her blade kind of gets caught in these, as she takes an upswing, her blade gets caught and wedged in between the scales, and it's ripped out of her hand.
Oh,
And it goes flying off into the other side of the room.
oh no, this
Oh,
isn't where we have to
Landing
roll for
with
who
a
hits. Oh, I thought she was going to
clatter.
make us all roll for a number then.
No, it kind of lands diagonally opposite her. It gets flung into the air and it just lands on the steps. And she's like, oh dear, no, my blade, no, oh dear. And next up is Ogvar, with flanking still.
Okay, where did her sword go?
Kind of almost diagonally opposite her on the stairs. So, no, diagonally opposite, so...
Oh, over here.
Yeah,
Okay,
over there.
I can't do anything about that. Okay, Ogvar will move around the room clockwise again. Ooh, there. 5 foot step.
Yep.
And we'll endeavour to use his bow properly.
Okay.
This
Give
time.
it a shot.
Okay.
Roll to hit.
Bloody directly opposite you again, aren't they?
15.
15 doesn't
Oh no,
hit.
hold on.
Oh, hello.
That's 15 plus 7.
22.
22.
You know what? That hits.
Hey! I held the right end. Finally. It's just been like turning the bow around in the hands. Trying to figure out which way to go with it.
Sure, I knew how this worked.
We're fine last time.
You've attempted
points
to go
away.
for like a back shot and it's just not worked.
String points away from him, shoots himself.
Okay, roll your damage.
Okay. So that is...
You get the extra because point blank, don't you?
Yeah, extra because of point blank and a +1 because it is masterwork. No,
Yep.
yeah, compound, sorry. So, 9 points of damage,
9
please.
points of damage. Okay.
I knew I hadn't forgotten how to use it.
Well done. Well done, Ogvar. That's great.
Well, finally.
Good hit.
I would still
Best
keep your
one.
heads down low, though. You know.
You're always better when you don't rush.
Elora, you're up next.
Right. I will. Ooh, what will I do? Where am I? I'm within. If I move away, is that an attack of opportunity? It is,
Yes,
isn't
it is.
Oh, right. I will throw.
Casting from this range will also provoke attack of opportunity. 5 foot step is a free action if you wanted it.
Okay, I'll take a 5-foot step. I can't take a 5-foot step back, can I?
Yes, you can.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'll take a 5-foot step back.
And you also have flanking. So you get a +2 on your hits.
Right. Okay, sorry. Hi. Right, okay, yeah, I'll take a 5-foot step back and I will cast Orb of Acid because I have a direct line of sight and nobody's in the
Okay.
way.
Does that have splash damage on it?
No, it doesn't. No.
Okay. Roll to hit with a +2.
Roll to hit with +2 and a +2 one. So that is a 17 +2 +2, so that is
21.
21.
Hits. Roll your damage.
Roll damage. Okay, Orb of Acid. Let me just find my spell because I need to find out what it does. Level 2, level 1. Oh, it's Orb of Acid Lesser. I'll put on that.
Yeah. Get the right one this time.
It is a 1d8, 2d8s at 3rd level, so it's 2d8s.
Okay.
We've got a d8 now. Oh, well, okay, that's 3 points of damage.
3 points.
Yep.
Okay.
Take that!
Yeah. You fire this orb of acid and it just catches its tail. And you kind of get this sizzling at the end of its tail, starts kind of melt and kind of go kind of molten and disgusting. It's roaring in pain, it's hissing, it's looking really quite battered now. It's got cuts, it's got smashed scales, it's got dripping blood, it's now got melting scales. And next up we have the snake itself. Snake itself is going to attack Caddo, who's just trying to grapple it.
Yeah. Well, I tried to give it a friendly cuddle. Let's use the right terminology.
With a 23 it hits, I believe.
Yeah, just about.
Okay. And it is going to do 8 points of damage to you as it kind of mouths round your middle side. It's returning the hug, but a bit more violently. And make me a fortitude saving throw, please.
Oh, I don't like that. 9 all in.
Oh dear.
You gotta love it when the DM says, "Oh dear."
It's overrated being poisoned.
Okay. You kind of feel as its fangs pierce into you. You kind of feel like this kind of like almost like a icy primping, like when you get an injection with a needle. You kind of feel like this almost like icy sensation entering your veins, and then it starts to burn slightly. But you don't get any. You don't actually feel any effects apart from that for the time being. Next up is Cuin.
I'm going to give it a smack again.
Can't be good, can
Gonna give it a smack it. Okay, give it a smack again.
For now.
14.
14 doesn't hit. No. I mean, you do make contact with it, but again, like Esther, your mace just slides off. It's just kind of like a bad angle, especially with it being so kind of obviously scaled and slippery. Next up is Caddo.
Oh, we all know what I'm going to do.
You're going to try and hug the snake.
I'm going to try and hug it, yeah.
Okay,
in
roll.
the spirit of love and forgiveness.
Roll a grapple check.
Oh, forgiveness.
Oh, come on. No, that's not going to do me any good. Sorry, 11. I'm
11.
I'm making assumptions.
No. Well, actually.
It did get really close to me. He says, pleading with his DM.
Yeah, because actually the thing is, you're not trying to actually pierce its natural armour, you're just trying to grab it. In which case it would be a touch attack, so yeah, that hits.
Oh!
Okay,
Super.
so you are hugging a snake.
Right, so by hugging the snake, I immediately do 6d6 damage.
Roll your damage.
Can I borrow a d6 from somebody, please?
You got it?
Look at him grabbing. He's grabbing all those D6s. Look,
Want the
those
dice?
fingers.
Give
It's
me
like,
the
he's
dice.
playing, it's like he's playing a piano.
Now I've played maracas. Got a bard in the corner.
15, 20, 22 points of damage.
Oh, nice.
That's a bit chunky. And I've got to do maths now.
Go, the flaming man.
I'm glad you're hugging it, not me.
Yeah, okay. As all of you look on, Caddo kind of goes, right, yep, gonna jump. And he jumps onto, not the middle of the snake, but kind of towards the tail end of the snake. And he grabs on tight. And he's on fire. And you see kind of scales in this area of the snake. They all start to gradually heat up. And the snake is roaring in pain, writhing. Next up is Esther. She's going to, with flanking... Oh, actually, no, she doesn't
Is
have a
Caddo
sword.
still on top of the snake?
Caddo is now hugging the snake, yes.
Is he riding the snake?
He's riding the snake.
Bloody bite me.
Esther is going to...
Yeehaw!
Take this out.
Oh, God.
I'm glad I didn't bring the dog.
Caddo, why didn't you just get a room?
At this point, because it's writhing around, anyone who attempts to hit it is also going to have about a 25% chance of hitting Caddo.
Yeah.
So, Esther is going to draw her dagger, which is going to provoke an attack of opportunity from Snakey Poo. Snakey Poo is going to roll a natural 1 and is going to bite himself. He's still thrashing around trying to get Caddo off. He's distracted. He's not having a good day. He's going to deal 6 points of damage to himself.
That's like stubbing your toe, isn't it? It's really annoying.
Yeah, he reels back and hisses, but Esther successfully draws her dagger. And then she is going to... 13, 18, 19, 20, 21 hits. And a 14 doesn't. So she pulls her dagger out, she strikes forward with her dagger, and she does 5 points of damage to the snake. So as she goes to draw her dagger, snake attempts to lunge forward. It's distracted by Caddo, bites into itself, reels back with a hiss. At this point, Caddo, make me a reflex save to hang on.
16?
Yeah, that's good enough. So you manage to hang on.
Yeah!
As it's reared up, it's exposed its underbelly, and she just kind of stabs her dagger straight in, dealing... It deals... It cuts it slightly, but it doesn't deal massive amounts of damage. Next up, we have Ogvar.
Okay, Ogvar is going to move around the room a little bit more again.
Okay.
He's going to remember his rapid shot this time.
Yeah, because I should have had 2 shots.
Don't state it, you don't get it.
I know. Right, so I will do the same again.
Oh, dear.
Right, okay.
You are aiming at the snake this time.
You got it last time.
It looks like a big ball of fire. I'm just aiming in the middle.
Oh, God. Alright, roll the hit.
We got... So they have a +1, and so 1 is a 6 and 1 is a 20.
The 20 may hit. Pick me a 25% increment.
Okay. 50 to 75.
50 to 75.
If not, you're getting me.
50 to 75.
And it landed on 74.
Is that the good bit or the bad bit of the dice roll?
That's in your 25% sector, which is a 25% chance of hitting Caddo.
Oh!
You just shot me.
Right, pick me another 25%
It's a good thing
for
I
the
like
other
you.
shot.
No, it didn't hit. It was a
No, but it's
6.
still, you're still shooting towards
Okay.
it, and he's still...
Okay. Do the same again. We go 50 to 75.
Okay, no, you're fine on that one. Okay, so the one arrow, which is the arrow which went astray, roll me damage on that one.
Okay. Way up. So that's going to be
Make it your lowest
a roll plus 2, basically.
Do I get an armour class save on it?
It's 8.
Yeah, Caddo, you take 8 points of damage as an arrow pierces into your thigh. And then roll me damage for the snake.
Fine.
So what's happened is you fired 2 shots. One of them missed entirely and the other one hit. However, the thing is, because you're aiming towards a snake, you've got a 25% chance of anything you fire towards it hitting Caddo.
It's gone through my thigh and into the snake. Is
Oh,
what
cool.
we're saying.
Oh God, yes. Sorry, I didn't. I was waiting for that. We both totally
You've
missed
pinned
that.
me to the snake.
Well,
the
the-
good
the
news
arrow
is
which-
now I'm pinned to the
You
snake.
can't fall off.
I can't fall off.
No, no.
So I'm definitely doing damage next go.
The arrow which you rolled the 6 on, although it would have missed, because there's a 25% chance, you're still firing the arrow towards
Right, okay.
him, and he's moving around because the snake's moving around. So you've unfortunately hit the percentile, so it has actually hit him instead of the snake.
Right.
The other second arrow has hit the snake, so if you roll me damage for the snake,
Okay. So roll plus
Yeah.
2. That's going to be 7.
7 points of damage, okay.
So am I pinned to the snake?
No, you're not pinned to the snake.
Oh, that would have been good.
Would have made life easier.
Oh, sorry.
Go for a messy extraction afterwards.
Okay. So next up we have Elora.
Laura is going to. What is Laura going to do? She is going to.
Whatever it is, please do it to the snake.
Yeah, she's going to do Orb of Acid because it's targeted. So yeah, she's going to go to the upper part of the body. She can't quite see from where she is exactly where Caddo is, but she can see some kind of orangey fiery ball behind.
Okay.
So she's going to guess he's in that vicinity and go for the front end of the snake.
Okay, if it's a targeted spell, roll to hit for me.
Okay. Oh, that's a 4.
4 is not going to hit, unfortunately. No
No.
splash damage on that though, is
No.
there? Okay, so you fire this orb of acid and it just passes straight through its coils and splashes off into the distance
Oh.
somewhere.
Damn, missed.
Okay, snake is going to... At this point, the snake is deathly injured. It is not looking good. It can feel the heat of Caddo gripping onto its tail end. However, at this point, it's going to just try and wreak as much damage as it possibly can to everyone else. So it is going to go for Cuin with a 27 to hit.
Just.
Just.
Yeah.
Just.
Tis but a glancing blow.
Tis but a flesh wound, sire.
Dealing 6 points of damage and a fortitude save, please. Fail, fail, fail.
Your DM is not trying to kill you.
No, not at all.
I'm just trying to
Just
name
chanting
the
fail.
danger.
24?
Rats. Yeah, you passed.
Would that happen to
Sorry,
have
did I say that loud?
would that happen to have been a Dobby reference? DM is merely trying to maim, not kill.
Okay, so it takes a lunge forward, it snaps at you, Cuin, it sinks its one fang into your kind of
we've all had
rib
one.
area, and it pulls back. You're up next. What are you going to do?
I'm going to attack it.
Roll to hit.
27?
Yeah, that hits. Roll your damage.
5?
5 points of damage. Okay. The snake rears back with this terrible scream, hissing and spitting. And next up is Caddo. And you're automatically grappled, aren't you?
I'm automatically grappled. Happy that
Grappling
I've got
away.
hold of it already.
Yeah, just make me a strength check to maintain that grapple.
Okay. Yeah, 17 plus 2, 19.
Yeah, you maintain that grapple.
Nice.
Okay, roll 66.
Can I borrow a D6 again, please? That's 10... 17.
Okay.
Oh, nice. Go.
As you're grappling this snake, you are held fast onto its lower end. And as it rears back from Cumin's blow, it's already taken a massive amount of damage, and you can feel from where you're gripping it, the scales underneath you are white hot, they're shining bright white, to the point where you've actually had to close your eyes. But it rears back and it shudders, and you feel it start to collapse down. As it collapses down, the rest of it kind of falls on you, and the heat from your body, it being expelled from your body, you just hear this god-awful shriek as these patches where you're touching just melt away, and you start getting the scent of burning flesh as you kind of almost burn through its body. And the bit of the snake which is kind of fallen over you is kind of almost halfway point. You just burn straight through it and you slice it in half just from the heat.
Yay!
The snake is dead.
Yay!
Well, that's one, Kado.
Fantastic.
He's on the type that grow back.
Not nicely finished. Well, where is he? I can see yon fiery ball somewhere, but can anybody... somebody, we better go and sort Caddo out and get this thing off him. So Elora's going to move forward, and well, she's never going to be able to move this.
Guys, just pause. The flames will go out in a second. You just need to give it a second.
Yeah, but can you get out?
Yeah. Well, we can cut me out if needs be, but just wait till the
I have a water skin full of water.
Wait till the
Use that.
flames go out, because until the flames go out, they're going to hurt you as well. So I've got 2 more rounds of flaming.
Yeah, I think you can end it if you want to.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm not going to say the words "flame off." That's somebody else's trick.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
Oh, I tell you what, that hurt.
Oh, the damn thing bit me. Has anybody else taken a bite?
Yeah, it bit me.
Okay.
Cuin, you took a bite as well, didn't you?
Yeah, but, you know.
As you're stood there over the corpse of this fallen snake, everyone roll me a spot check, please.
Forgot what we spotted. Okay. That's a 15 all in from Elora.
15 all in.
19.
19.
Oh, 20 all in for me.
Nice.
10 all in for Ogvar.
Okay, cool, perfect. All of you kind of start to notice that this thick black shadow substance which has been around the edge of this room, or you'd assume it's the edge of the room, you can't see through it, you can't see any further. You all start to notice that it begins to swirl. Very slowly at first, but it begins to swirl. And as it gets faster and faster, you can see that above the centre of this room, there's almost like this whirlpool forming with this kind of black orb. And as it swirls faster and faster and faster, this orb above your head grows bigger and bigger and bigger. And you can see that the shadows around the edge of the room are starting to lessen in their density, until above you remains a single black orb. It's not particularly big, it's probably about football size maybe. And there's just this moment where nothing happens, and all your attention is just drawn to this orb hanging in the air. And as you're looking at it, this swirling ball of darkness shoots towards the ground. As it hits the ground, it bursts, and you almost get this like mushroom cloud, billowing smoke which rolls out from the centre of this room, and it completely encases all of you, and you can't see anything. Shortly after, as these kind of plumes of black smoke kind of disappear, they dissipate off and they roll off towards the edge of the room, and they just disappear and fade away into nothingness. Once it's cleared off and you're able to see clearly again, you're stood in this kind of sunken 5-foot area, 5 foot deep kind of pit almost. But you can now see the edges of the room. The walls are decorated with roughly painted, almost like someone's kind of taken their fingers and just kind of daubed on the wall and kind of roughly drawn on the wall, with the symbol of Skurstag. And this symbol, it's something you would all probably recognise. Caddo and Cuin, who've been members of the church, you'd probably recognise this more than anyone else. You'd be more familiar with it. It's almost like a horizontal diamond shape with a kind of almost like an eye, basic eye. It's got 2 curves and a single pupil almost in it. And then running from up the middle of it is a trident. And on each kind of like the corners of this diamond and partway down, there's almost like drips, like someone's drawn, like painted almost tear effects coming down from this eye. And this is just daubed on the walls, and it's drawn roughly. You can see kind of like lines where the paint's been thicker in between the fingers as they've dragged their fingertips down the wall. And surrounded by, they're also surrounded by other kind of occult symbols, which you kind of recognise. You may recognise some of these symbols, Cuin and Caddo. You're not intimately familiar with them, and Elora and Ogvar, you probably wouldn't recognise them on sight, but they definitely look kind of evil generally. And there's also kind of like, almost like mad scrawlings written in the wall. And when you look up, the ceiling, it vaults to high above you, and you can see that there is a kind of like a yellow-white orb nestled in the very apex of this room, which is flooding the room with this kind of false daylight almost effect. Opposite you, in the wall, is a wooden door. It's kind of like a heavy wood door. You can tell it's heavy, it's old, and it's reinforced with these thick iron bands, kind of doing a crosshatch fashion across it. Behind you, you can see what appears to be an altar. It looks to be made of some sort of brown stone. And as you all regain your bearing, you all kind of take this in, this room, you realise you're actually in a physical room now. You realise that the snake's corpse has disappeared.
Oh.
And looking around, you also notice that a member of your party has disappeared.
The darkness dissipated, and the team appear in a small amphitheatre. A formidable figure in armour addresses them, intent on inflicting death. The shady Skersdag slammed Gala to the ground with a flick of a finger before setting a scaly serpent loose to unleash havoc upon our heroes.
Thank you for listening to our podcast. Having you as a listener means everything to us. So, whichever streaming service you choose to listen to us with, please give us a like, subscribe and follow. We would love for you to join us on our Facebook or Twitter page, where you can catch up with all of our latest news. While you're waiting for the next episode of Secrets of the Silver City, why not pop over to our website, where you can read all of the information about this campaign, from backstories to setting. All of the links are in the bio of this episode. Join us again next week for the next instalment. Thank you for listening.